Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news done by geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions on all the articles and stories. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Randy. Say what's up, Randy.
Yo, what's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight, man?
We're going to start with some really light news.
Okay.
Angry Birds game pulled from store in the worst way. Rovio Games announced yesterday that it will remove the paid version of the app from the Google Play Store due to the game's impact on our wider game portfolio on Thursday, February 23rd. The studio's other games are all free-to-play titles featuring microtransactions, while the original Rovio classic Angry Birds just features one price paid up front. The classic Angry Birds game is the only one you can get for a one-time purchase with no microtransaction, which has lots of people thinking that the studio is choosing profits over the players who made the franchise popular.
I don't know. Is this a thing in video games?
This is new. This is freshly new, Randy. I have never seen anything like this where they're like, you know what? We're gonna pull this game that costs one price because we constantly making money off people. And they're like, what? I just paid for that. I just paid $5.99 and I got the whole entire game. Now you tell me I don't have the whole entire game now.
Oh, so okay. So the pricing model is different than what it's been in the
But
past.
this all the other games they have. So they have a bunch of other video games in the supermarket. I mean in the store. And so all the other games are free to play. But free to play have microeconomies built into them. So you're constantly paying money into the game in order to play it.
Okay. And so this one, you have to pay a subscription price.
No, you pay one. No, you just pay up front one time. You pay $5.99 and you own the game.
And you don't get the microeconomy with this
microeconomy. No, you don't have the microtransaction.
Oh, so it's just a different pricing model.
Yes. So one has a flat fee. Right. It's like I bought the game and that's it. And the other ones you have to constantly pay into them.
Yeah. So what is the problem? What is the controversy?
People believe I paid the one time. I should be allowed to get the game and play that game whenever I feel like it, versus me joining into your other games, which make me constantly pay into the game.
Okay.
So microtransaction games, you can pay anywhere from nothing and just grind a lot of time or wait, or you could pay up to hundreds of dollars. So one game is $5 and another game is pay as you play.
Right. I'm still not seeing the problem.
That people just complaining about they pay too much. It was like the NFL saying we're going to pull all the games from regular television and make you pay for them by quarter whenever you watch a game.
I mean, I get it. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but like they kind of did that. Monday Night Football used to be on ABC. Then it went to ESPN. So if you don't have ESPN, you can't watch Monday Night Football.
True. And Thursday Night Football's on Amazon Prime.
Right. And so if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can't watch it. So, but there are free games that come on Sunday. So it's like,
but they took away their free games. They took all those games away. Okay. There is no free game.
Oh, okay. Now
there is no Sunday game.
Okay, so they took away all the free games. Okay,
yeah,
that's not cool.
There is no one-time pay, and that's all you pay. You get all of it.
Okay. Yeah, if they did that, that's not cool. So I could see why fans would be upset then.
Yeah.
And plus, you I already paid for it, so yeah. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. like the Funk put in there, free to play games with battle passes are like $10 to $15 a month. Even if mobile games were crazy $30, that's still equivalent of only a couple of months of play.
Okay.
So,
Right.
So your child is playing this game and you got it for free.
Mm-hmm.
You already paid $5.99. Now you don't have the game at all. And then you're stuck in paying like $10 to $15 a month for your
So
child
yeah,
to play.
I've already paid for. So you're charging me twice now.
Yeah. Or you not even if you didn't, I'm constantly charging you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's like if Disney Plus was free, or you pay $5.99, you have it for the whole entire year. Then they say, hey, we're going to charge you $15 a month for it now.
Right. Yeah. So
Same
you're
thing.
playing.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that's the
I'd be
problem.
mad too then. Like, nah, y'all
Yeah, there
do
is
it.
no Sunday night game now.
Huh?
It's just you have to pay it in order to watch.
Yeah. I get it.
Gorillaz, the band, movie canceled amid Netflix animation purge, says Damon Albarn. So Gorillaz are about to release their new Cracker Island album. So Damon Albarn has been doing some press lately. So the band Gorillaz, are you familiar with the Gorillaz at all?
I don't know who they are at all.
The Gorillaz, they're animated characters. So in concert, you see animated characters perform. All the band members in the Gorillaz and all the special guests are on the stage, but they're behind a veil behind the curtain, basically. But you see the animated figures actually perform all the songs.
Hold on. You see animated figures? Are they performing like on a screen, or is it like some Chuck E. Cheese shit where
they're performing on a screen? Because it's
okay,
larger than life. The screens are really big. They're always performing. And the
so
band is
people
until
go to concerts to see
the
animated
Gorillaz, yes.
on a
Oh yeah,
screen?
absolutely. The Gorillaz concerts are amazing.
What's so amazing about them then?
I mean, the stage is alive. They pop up different areas of the stage. The band is still there. They're on the stage. They're just covered. It's like watching Muppets live. Have you ever been to the Muppets live?
Go to Muppets Live every year.
It's like watching the Muppets live. So
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like Chuck E. Cheese, like Muppet Babies Live.
but that's with animatronics and puppets. These are actually on screens, on characters. They're on big ass screens, like in 3D and whatnot.
Okay.
And then they had a movie with them, and they're relatively known. They're alternative band. They've been around since 1998. They have a bunch of bandmates. They changed the name of the mates. They changed some of the characters because some of the real life musicians changed. And so Damon Albarn is the guy that's behind them, and Jamie Hewlett. They met and they created this comic strip about them. So they have a comic book and they have all kinds of stuff about them. And they had a movie coming on Netflix. And Netflix canceled the
plug
movie.
on it, right?
What's up?
And Netflix decided to pull the plug on
Pull
it.
the plug on it. Mm-hmm.
Man, and I'm not a big fan, or I don't know much about them, but the bigger story for me is Netflix pulling out of its animation division. That's got some problems for me, and I worry about that.
I mean, they cut their animation department off, right? They're like, we're not building animation in house anymore. I mean, why would they? They saw what happened to Arcane. It would have cost them way more to build. It would have cost them way more to build that in house. They didn't build it in house. They just licensed.
But so
they still have animation. They're just not building it in house.
Have animation, but the way that I interpreted that, they'll have fewer animated properties.
Yeah, because they're not making it internally anymore. You have an animation studio internally. You have like 5 to 6 teams, first party teams, making all this animation while you're licensing third party stuff. So they're still doing third party stuff. They're just not
stuff like Arcane, and
they still have Arcane. Arcane ain't going anywhere.
Dota,
that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
That's third party. That's not first party. Those are licensing.
This only impacts the ones that they produce
internally, like Claws. Did you watch Claws at all? You're the reason and they cancel their animation department.
Well, I mean,
That's
when I
their
look at animation, I don't look at it to see what's a Netflix property versus a third party property. I look at it as show that
and in order to produce something first party, you got to produce something on the level of DreamWorks,
right.
Lord Miller, or the pinnacle, which is Disney or Pixar.
Yeah,
And if you're
so
not producing on that
I don't
level,
make
what's
those
the point?
I don't make those distinctions between like what Netflix produce and what a third party produce. I just want to see good animation.
Like Disney doesn't buy third party animation; they build it all in house. One of their studios they own builds it. They're not going out high. They're not going out cutting a deal with Riot Games to have Riot Games making animation with a French studio and make Arcane, for example.
Okay.
So they'll still have anime, they'll still have animation. They just won't be making it internally. They're not hiring 300 artists to make animation for them.
Okay. So they just don't have an animation studio anymore.
Yes, they don't have an animation studio anymore.
Okay.
And they probably cut some projects in there too as well.
I would imagine. I would imagine
they probably cut some third party projects as well.
Yeah, I'm imagining this isn't going to be the only casualty.
No. There's tons of them. They already made cuts. There's a bunch of projects that got left on the floor last year. At least like 15, 20. So M3gan has an unrated version coming to Peacock. That's going to be interesting because M3gan was a hit. Universal announced today both the original version of M3gan and an all new unrated version with never before seen footage are heading to Peacock on February 24th.
Have you seen M3gan yet?
Not yet. I haven't seen it.
I haven't either. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm looking forward to actually watching it when it hits Peacock.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna watch when it gets to Peacock. I don't do well with horror stuff.
Oh, really?
But I heard the dance scene is amazing, though.
I just think like the doll, it just seems funny to me. It seems more funny than it does horror. I mean,
it's a Blumhouse horror.
Yeah,
so
I know
it's probably really horror, but it's like up.
It's the Chucky for this generation. So
yeah, it's probably really fucked up.
Yeah, so
I mean, Blumhouse is getting a new video game business too. So the studio that made M3gan is going into a video game business.
So they make a video game of M3gan?
Nah, they probably will. The movies such as The Purge and Halloween reboot franchise announced a new division to produce and publish its own video games for console, PC, and mobile. Blumhouse Games will be focused on games budgeted below $10 million to enable innovation and pushing creative boundaries.
Is $10 million a low price point for
it? It is an entry-level price point for a game. It could be like a single A or double A game. I mean, you got games like Call of Duty.
Well, I mean,
that's $100 million game plus 100 million plus.
Yeah, it's
every year.
Dollars,
but the game prints $1 billion every year.
Right. M3gan looks so creepy.
M3gan does look creepy.
Creepy as hell.
So they probably will be doing a M3gan video game. There was a Jason video game that was pretty cool.
Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
One person played as Jason, another 5 people played as campers, and you're trying to avoid Jason, and Jason has special powers. Asymmetrical gameplay.
I felt like back in the day they had either a Friday the 13th game or a Nightmare on Elm Street game on like Genesis.
They had both of those games. God, that's a long time ago, Randy. You haven't seen any horror games recently. Like Resident Evil.
Brought up Jason, so I just felt like continue.
yeah. They had a Jason game back in the Splatterhouse.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's another one. Five Nights at Freddy's like a animatronics game, and it's a horror game, and it's really popular. Resident Evil, Dead Space. There's Alan Wake. There's a bunch of horror games. Alan Wake I can play. Resident Evil I don't play so much.
Because of the horror component of it?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the movies then?
Yeah, I've seen the movies. Movies are fine. The games are different than the movies. Dead Space is fucked up too. I don't play Dead Space neither.
Why you don't like horror? You scared of
horror games? Because they live with me. getting killed a million times over is tough. Shit jumping out at you in the middle of a video game is not how I want to play a video game.
Word.
I play video games to feel like a champion and not play video games where something's always fucking chasing me. Like an old man is always chasing me through a house.
Oh.
In Resident Evil 7, there's an old man and an old woman chasing you through the house. They can't die. If they catch you, they kill you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't do horror video games. It's not my jam. People love them. That's fine. Yeah, it's not me.
I mean, people love horror.
Yeah, they do. I play Last of Us. That's about as horror as it gets for me.
Oh.
Like, speaking of which, Resident Evil 8 is free to play on PS2 VR. Like, I have Resident Evil on PSVR. Not playing it. I own it, not playing it.
Okay.
The last thing I need to do is try to escape something in a horror game in VR. Fortnite now has a Bandcamp radio station. So 11 months after Epic Games acquired Bandcamp, so they acquired Band. I didn't know Epic Games acquired Bandcamp. It's getting its first major integration into Fortnite. Fortnite's new Radio Underground station is a collection of songs curated by Bandcamp editors that you can blast while blasting your way around in the popular battle royale. So the game actually has a radio station inside of it now. That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. What are some of the titles that they have for it?
That's a good question. Let's go dig up, see who they have. They're probably all independent artists.
Okay.
But let's see who they have.
I hope the independent artists are getting paid from it.
They usually do. They probably do. They probably cut into a license deal. The Best, the Great New One, the Star Flyer 59, the Guitar, Glidey, Nothing, Pow Wow, Don't Stop, Look, Ronnie Martin, Sing a Song from Branches. They're all independent artists.
Okay. That's what I hope. I hope the artists can benefit.
But it's interesting because Bandcamp now can release his albums. They sell albums to artists. So the artists could probably directly license their music to go into Fortnite, which is another revenue stream for them.
Yep. Yeah, man. I hope they break the model, this becomes something that's I don't know, more popular than having it on streaming services some kind of way. I just don't like the way Spotify and a lot of the streamers treat the artists.
Yep. So there's more gaming news. Bungie wins $4.3 million lawsuit against Destiny 2 cheat maker. Destiny 2 creator Bungie has been awarded $4.3 million arising from a 2021 lawsuit it filed against the acknowledged cheat maker AIM Junkies. The matter went to arbitration after lots of back and forth between the two parties, including a counterclaim that Bungie hacked one of AIM Junkies developers. AIM Junkie, owned by Phoenix Digital Group, makes aimbots, wall hacks, and other cheats for Destiny 2 and several other popular games. AIM Junkie's online marketplace is still up, but its Destiny 2 cheats are no longer in the menu. So people are paying for cheats, so you can cheat in a video game, and the developers sued them for making cheats for their video game. Bungie was awarded $2,500 for 102 violations in all, costing AIM Junkie $255,000. The company was also fined $3.4 million for selling its Destiny 2 cheats. Bungie said AIM Junkie sold more than 1,000 cheats, each of which the company was fined for.
Is that a lot?
That is a lot.
It seems like it.
$4 million? That's a lot of money.
I was talking about the cheats and everything,
Oh yeah, that's a lot of cheats.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yep. It's a lot of cheats. I don't know if that's going to bankrupt AIM Junkie, or that may just be water under the bridge. They probably sold way more than that. They're
And
like,
just
hey,
like
we had half of China come on. We charge $10 per cheek.
and like
Whatever.
chalk it up to the game for 4 million, like
Yeah, we'll give that back to them.
you know.
Indie Dev files DMCA takedown against his own game as dispute with publisher continues. In December, Conrad Grindham of Conradical Games defaced the Steam page for his latest release, The Outbound Ghost, and asked people not to buy it on other platforms. The unusual move came as a result of a dispute between the studio and publisher Digerati. Radical accused Digerati of mishandling the console port of the game and putting the Steam version on sale without approval, and demanded that it relinquish the rights to the game. Digerati filed a lawsuit against Radical, accusing of attempting to violate its contract. This is interesting. So he basically said, "Hey, he did. What's his name from Entourage when he put an injunction on his own game.
Oh, Billy Walsh.
Billy Walsh. He pulled a Billy Walsh. Don't buy my game. Don't even buy it.
Because they messed it up.
They messed it up. Mm-hmm.
Hey man, who are we without our integrity? You know, they messed up his game and he didn't have any control over it. So it's like, forget it. We'll sue all y'all. We're gonna put an injunction on this. So
yeah. This is his quote. If we had not warned players about the state of the console versions, my reputation in this industry would have been ruined forever by no fault of my own.
Yeah.
Like the game is subpar, it's not as good, and there's no way we're gonna release this.
And he probably had a good idea and they just ruined. Nah, I support it, man. I support
and they didn't pay him. They didn't pay him his royalties yet.
And they still, and they didn't pay him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sue him.
Yep. So that's what we get in that. So let the little man stick it to the big man.
Hopefully he has the money though to last in court, because big corporations can keep people in court for years until they force a settlement.
We're going to talk about your favorite company again, HBO Max and Warner Brothers Discovery, to stream access animated anthology Only You, an animated shorts collection exclusively on HBO Max. HBO Max on March 23rd will release 8 short films were created by 12 underrepresented artists selected last year for a year-long program during which they were given a production budget, training, and tools to complete their original 5 to 7 minute adult animated short.
Cool.
Yep.
I hope they're good.
Films are overseen by established producer Amanda Miller, Christopher of the Sea. In addition, creators participated in master classes from award-winning writers, producers, and artists, including Justin Halpin, Patrick Schumacher, Harley Quinn, and Erica Revinali of Clone High, Dan Dominguez of Seis Manos, VP Powerhouse Animation, Matthew Cherry of Hair Love, Noel Raphael, DC Superhero Girls, Ron Kawami, Puss in Boots, and Teddy Newton, The Incredibles.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
This is what we've been talking about.
They have 8 different episodes coming March.
Yeah, we need
March 23rd.
More minority creators out there. We've told enough of these recycled,
especially after HBO Max fired everybody.
Right.
All the minority business people.
Yeah. So
give us something in the return.
We need better creatives. I mean, we've had a lot of stories about Warner/HBO, and most of them have been bad.
Yep.
And this is I think this is a turn for something good. I hope this sparks interest across the industry, where we get more stories from Black creators and people of color creators.
Yep.
Okay. All right, man.
We got going into the book world really quick.
What are we doing? Crosstalk with
yes, we got crosstalk. That's right. It is time. What's up, Mark? So we're ready to jump into crosstalk. Woohoo, that's a good way to end the story.
Oh. So
Mm, mm, mm,
we got
mm. It's gonna be interesting. I hope these are really, really, really good animations.
I do too, man. And I hope they threw a respectable budget at them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're shorts, and
Don't matter.
there's 8 of them.
Hopefully they start off with shorts and can grow into something more. Or give the creators
What are you talking about?
opportunities.
That's a good question. HBO Max and Warner Brothers Discovery to stream Access animated anthology Only You, an animated short collection, all by underrepresented artists.
Yep.
They're showing 8 different shorts by 12 underrepresented artists. And
On HBO Max?
HBO Max, yep. They had a special program set up where they put these participants of the program into mentorship with WB brands, including HBO Max, Adult Swim, Warner Brothers Animation Group, and Rooster Teeth. And they had established producer Amanda Miller. She oversaw all of it. And they had master classes set up for all of them to develop their animations. So they linked them with writers and they linked them with animators and stuff like that to help improve their skills.
By golly, Warner's has done something good.
About time. So sick of them David Zaslav Discovery dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Just found out a few minutes ago they canceled my show on HBO Max.
Which one?
What show's that?
Southside.
Oh.
The what side?
Southside.
Southside got canceled. I didn't know they canceled Southside. That's
what is?
show.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's a show about Chicago.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's one on Comedy Central, and then season 2 and 3 are on HBO Max, and it is hilarious.
It's silly. It's so damn silly.
Oh well.
Hey man,
I wish he would get to the point where he just stops cutting stuff. Like if you want to sell it, then sell it. But
I think that's the point though. Like he wants to cut it till he feels like he's trimmed enough.
Trim isn't. I mean, he's to the point of ruining.
I agree.
But
think
that wasn't it streaming service with a whole bunch of Bearing Straight Gold and
wasn't it trying to get
suckers?
Didn't we talk about like a few months ago that potentially Comcast was a purchaser for it, and that's what they were trying to do, was trying to trim it?
Comcast could be a picture because Comcast or Amazon could potentially purchase it.
Yeah.
It'd be, it'd go under the Universal umbrella.
Yeah, Universal brand. So yeah, to really kind of compete with Disney, I guess. Or try to.
Well, anyway, Randy, what are we talking about today?
Oh, we're talking My Dad the Bounty Hunter. It's Netflix's show, and we're gonna review it on Bingeworthy. So real quick.
My autobiography.
Hot takes, Ricard. What do you got? You got a hot take?
I didn't know we were watching a story about my autobiography. I don't think I authorized this.
Okay. Scotty Sky Ryan, you got any hot takes?
Sean is the man.
Okay. All right.
Robo Sean.
Robo Sean. Chuck, what about you? You got any hot takes?
Glad I ain't got no damn kids.
I can loan you some.
I'm good.
I'm
good on that.
A Black coming of age story. That's my hot take. Okay. So what's up? We're gonna come back here at what?
We'll come back in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 8:05.
8:05.
All right. You want to take us out, Chuck? You gotta give some shouts out.
Thank you all for tuning in for Geek Beast. Stay tuned for Bingeworthy, which is coming back at 8:05. Shout out to Digital Click for making us look good. Shout out to The Funk for arranging all the stories we have for the news today. Shout out to Rodney for being our technical producer and director. With that being said, peace.
Peace.